With the LSAT being offered 8 times per year, you may be wondering, when is it too late to take the LSAT? Hey, what's up everybody? Steve Schwartz here from LSAT Unplugged, joining you today to share when it's too late to take the LSAT and when it's still okay for a testing cycle. Before I get into it, a little bit about LSAT Unplugged. We offer live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. Check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd love to help you out. So the reason I'm making this video is that students are always asking me, when is it too late to take the LSAT? Is it still okay? Is this date okay? Is that date okay? Or should I push it off and wait an entire year? So here's the thing. The law school admission cycle has shifted later and later as in recent years as law schools wait longer and longer to get back to applicants, waiting to see who else will come along. Law schools have realized that there is no reason to penalize someone for applying later if they have a high enough LSAT score. Because the thing is, law schools are evaluated based on the highest score of their matriculating students. This is what gets reported to the ABA, which in turn gets reported to US News for consideration in the ever important rankings. Law schools are not evaluated upon when you apply. Now, law school admissions deadlines are typically in February or March, which means the latest you can take the LSAT for a given cycle would be January or February. Now, all else being equal, it's best to take the LSAT in the fall and apply in the fall as well if possible. But the thing is, all else is rarely equal, meaning that you can typically get a higher LSAT score if you take the LSAT a month or two later than you were initially planning. This gives you more time to study and another shot at achieving your fullest potential on the LSAT. There's no reason to rush it or worry that you're applying too late, that there's less scholarship money available. That simply isn't true. If you've got the LSAT score, schools have reason to give you that scholarship money. The higher your score, the more scholarship money you're likely to get. It's really as simple as that. Now, you may see outdated information out there from years past when applying early mattered more than it does now, but the cycle has shifted later and later over time as schools realized that their focus really should be on the highest score of their students and not to consider when folks are applying. And anyway, they're waitlisting more and more students anyway, or simply failing to get back to them for months and months at a time, waiting to see who else will come along. Is this nice? Is it fair? Not really, but it is what it is. And this is really good news for you, in fact, because it means that you have more reason to give yourself more time to study for the LSAT and get the highest score possible. So you can take it in November, you can take it in January, you can even take it in February and still apply the very same cycle. February might be too late for some schools, but more and more schools are accepting results of the February LSAT. If you're concerned about this, of course, check law school admission deadlines and the February LSAT score release date. And of course, reach out to law schools if you're in any doubt about whether they'll take February or not. So all this to say, the January LSAT's not too late. The February LSAT likely is not too late either. However, if you're considering March, April, May, or beyond, you really are going to be best applying the following cycle at the beginning because March and April are a bit late. They're past a lot of schools' deadlines, and at that point, there might be less scholarship money available, in which case, of course, I'd recommend applying in September at the beginning of the next cycle. And if you need more time to study for the LSAT and retake it perhaps in June or July, you can then take it and apply at the beginning of the cycle in the fall. Either way, there's never really any reason to take the LSAT in the spring because you could take it in the early summer instead and still apply at the beginning of the cycle in the fall regardless. Anyway, folks, that's all for now. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please do me a favor and share it with someone who needs to see it. I don't do any advertising for this channel. I rely only on word of mouth to help get the word out, and your sharing this video does make a big difference. Maybe you know someone who's been stressing about the admissions timeline and about when to take the LSAT, and you're sharing this video with them and letting them know it's okay to retake the LSAT and apply a little bit later in the cycle, especially to go for January or February instead. That could make the difference for them, getting the highest score possible, getting into their dream school, and getting that scholarship money. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.